This past 4th of July weekend, Glenn Stevens was charged with a string of felonies, thrown into jail, and into a legal nightmare that follows his family every single day. For 19 years, Glenn and Irene Stevens have owned their own office cleaning company. On July 1st, while Glenn was at work, 3 police officers knocked on the door of the Stevens home in Raymore.
One officer said, "We have a warrant for his arrest."
You're thinking this is silly.
Yeah, we get this sorted out. You know, this is a mistake.
But Glenn soon learned this was no mistake as police handcuffed him in front of his wife of 56 years.
And I said, "Can I hug him?" And they said, "No, he's under arrest."
It's unreal that this could happen to you, you know, be handcuffed and shackled and put in a cell that's just unspeakable.
3 days later, a sobbing, confused Glenn Stevens would find out why it was all happening. His attorney took this cell phone video as he tried to explain to Glenn why he was behind bars. According to this probable cause statement, the man in this surveillance photo is accused of stealing more than $1,500 in computer equipment from a Versailles, Missouri Walmart 115 miles away from Glenn's home in Raymore. Turns out this same man is suspected in nearly 20 similar Walmart heists. A worker claimed to have spotted a handicapped license plate on a getaway car in one of those theft cases. The number he jotted down came back to Glenn and Irene Stevens. Versailles police then walked Glenn's driver's license photo over to Walmart, and a worker identified Glenn as the thief. So you take a driver's license photograph in, put it down in front of the
Walmart employee,
and he or she says,
"That's him."
And that is absolutely the most unreliable way to get the most unreliable kind of evidence.
We asked renowned UMKC law professor Sean O'Brien to take a look at the case. O'Brien, who has lectured across the country on mistaken identity and wrongful arrest cases, says first, police should never use a single driver's license photo when asking any witness to identify a suspect.
The person who shows the photographs to the witness should know nothing about the charge, nothing about the crime, because that will avoid the nonverbal cues, the encouragement to select a particular individual. None of that was done here. You had an officer go to the witness with a driver's license and say, "We got the guy, here he is, can you identify him?" You know, sure.
Versailles police officer Gregory Berry says more than one person eventually identified Glenn as the thief. What if the witnesses are wrong?
Well, if they're wrong, he'll have his day in court to prove that everybody's wrong. I don't know what to tell you.
He showed me a picture of someone. He says, "You recognize this picture?" And I said, "No, I don't know who that is." And he said, "Well, you're a liar. That's your brother Charles." I said, "I don't have a brother Charles." He said, "Well, he drove the getaway car."
Glenn says he's tried to tell police he and Irene have evidence they were nowhere near Versailles on the day in question. On February 27th, as Glenn was supposedly stealing from Walmart 115 miles away, the couple has a bank deposit slip, an ATM receipt, and a dinner receipt, all from Kansas City. And that surveillance photo of the alleged thief? The family says there are noticeable differences in the lips, nose, and ears. The suspect's ears stick out. Glenn's, they say, do not.
And nothing makes any sense, you know? And once I found out what the charges were, it sounded so phony to me. I'm thinking, are they serious?
Police were. As other rural police departments got wind of Glenn's arrest in Versailles,
Thank you, ma'am.
his family bailed him out of one jail, only to see him arrested again. Glenn is now charged in 3 cases.
How can this be happening in this country? But I can tell you, it's happened. It's happening to me, and I'm living the nightmare every day.
So far, the Stevens family has mortgaged one family home and spent $70,000 trying to clear Glenn's name. Irene was hospitalized 2 days for stress. For a closer look at the 4 surveillance pictures from the Walmart thefts, go to KCTV5.com, click on the Investigations tab. If you can identify the suspects, contact your local police department. Dana Wright, KCTV5 News.